Hello, today we're continuing our work on Roday's Caprice number 24. This is a second video on this particular Caprice, and we're working on measures 6 through 12, so the rest of the introduction. Now, first thing that's important for this section is to make sure that the tempo is very consistent, continuing consistent tempo, going from the 8th note to the 16th note to the sextuplets. It all should be a very steady beat. So starting from measure 5. Making sure it's very steady throughout, and especially not to rush on the sextuplets. Now, another tip I have for this is make sure that you use enough bow on the downbeat of measure 6. That way you have enough bow for the up bow for the rest of the measure. Now, a major part of this passage is bow division. We need to divide the bow evenly into 3 parts here in measure 7. That should be 1/3 of a bow. Then that's another 1/3 of the bow. And then the last 1/3. So it should be 1/3, 1/3, so on and so forth. And even more so in measure 9, we have to divide the bow evenly into 9 parts. So in measure 9, we have. So I would first practice this passage playing dividing the bow evenly into 9 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. An even division of the bow into 9 parts. Now next was working on the shifts in this passage, particularly at the end of measure 7 and measure 8. So in measure 7, we have, I would recommend working on them by going back and forth over the pattern. Then same thing at the end of measure 8. Going back and forth over the shift there. And also for this particular shift in measure 8, for this 4th finger extension, make sure that the elbow comes around the instrument a little bit more so you have enough space to reach for that 4th finger. There, just a little bit moving forward. And now measure 9. After working on it first for the bow division in 9, I would then work on the first note of each 2-note groupings. Then I would take each 2-note grouping and I would repeat it. That's how I would practice that particular passage, then putting it all together. And now for measure 10 and 11, this passage is tricky for shifting, and for playing up high up on the D string. It's tricky for intonation. So first I would recommend playing it in first position so you get a clear sense of the pitches. Then you can go back and forth between playing in first position and then playing in up on the D string. So on and so forth. It's also helpful to make sure to isolate the shifts. So those are very clear.